On June 1st, 2022, Lufthansa launched nonstop flights between St. Louis and Frankfurt. What's the experience like? Join us in Frankfurt as we return home from an amazing trip to Jordan on board this nonstop flight in economy class.
It is 6:30 a.m. here in Frankfurt. We just arrived off our flight from Amman not too long ago. Had to go through security, things of that nature. We're headed home back to St. Louis. But the good thing is there's a nonstop flight between Frankfurt and St. Louis. Yes. And that's the one that we're taking. So we're headed to the gate now. And yeah, let's get out of here. All right, St. Louis Z19. All right, here is our gate, Z19. That's going to take us all the way to St. Louis. I'm going to see if there's any upgrades available, but there's no one here. We got a 747-8. It looks like it's about to depart. This is probably the prettiest plane ever built. Seriously, it is absolutely gorgeous looking. I'm not sure where it's going, but seeing a 747 with the sunrise in the background, you can't beat it. Frankfurt's one of the few airports in the world where you can just see 747s just lined up at the gates on the runways, or the tarmac rather. So if you're a 747 fan, Frankfurt is definitely going to be your destination.
I want to point out an important detail regarding this flight. It only operates 3 times a week on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so keep that in mind when booking. The outbound flight from St. Louis departs at 3:45 p.m. and it arrives in Frankfurt at 7:45 a.m. the following day, and the Frankfurt to St. Louis leg departs at 10:45 a.m. and arrives in St. Louis at 2 p.m. the same day. And here is our beautiful Airbus A330-300 that's going to take us nonstop to St. Louis in 9 hours and 5 minutes. Let's get on board.
So we have 1 hour until boarding, and there's still no one at the gate that I could talk to about getting an upgrade. Interesting. You'd think they'd be here by now with 1 hour prior to boarding, but I guess not. All right, so I was finally able to talk to the gate agent about getting upgraded. There's no seats left in business, but there were 2 people that did not check in for the flight. So if they don't show up, we can get their seats in premium economy. So fingers crossed.
A few moments later.
So we did not get upgrade, but it's all good. Hello.
And then there was all these other families.
Hello.
Had to switch and be the camera woman so husband could put my bags up. Oh. All right. What you doing, the window or? Oh, he's gonna take the window. See, he's something else.
So we got a 242 configuration here. So if you're traveling as a couple, seats on the sides are the way to go. If you're traveling as a family, you want the middle seats. Got a amazing wing view over here. Got a A340 pushing back there. Got a little TV monitor.
Yes. I'm about to watch some movies.
Universal power socket. Yeah, leg room is pretty good. I'll take it.
I'd like to welcome you all on behalf of the cabin crew and my 2 colleagues in the cockpit. First officers, Ms. Dina Kassel and Julia Müller on this Airbus 330 on this service to St. Louis. We finished the preparations, the doors are closed, and as soon as the last piece of baggage is loaded, we will be ready to go. My colleague Ms. Castle will perform this flight today and give you some further information shortly before landing. Right now I hope you feel comfortable and enjoy the flight.
Herzlich willkommen.
Welcome aboard.
Wir bitten Sie, sich mit den Sicherheitsvorkehrungen vertraut zu machen.
We will now show you the safety features of this aircraft.
Achten Sie bei den Gepäckfächern darauf, dass keine Gegenstände herausfallen können.
Take care when using the overhead compartments, as items could fall out.
In Economy Class können Sie Ihre Tasche auch unter den Vordersitz schieben.
In economy, you can also stow your bag under the seat in front of you.
A couple of the passengers were having difficulty trying to figure out how to use the headphones. What you do is that you'll pull the bottom part down and then insert the top part in the headphone jack. Pretty simple.
Dear guests, I would like to give you some brief information about your flight with us today. Once we have reached our cruising altitude, we will prepare our in-flight service and then serve you beverages. This will be followed by lunch, again with our full selection of beverages as well as tea and coffee. Throughout the flight, you're welcome to visit the galley at any time if you would like to order more beverages, and before landing in St. Louis, we will serve you a snack. If you have any questions or requests, we will be happy to help you. I thank you for your attention and wish you now once again a very pleasant stay on board with us.
Shortly after takeoff, we were given a snack. They honestly tasted like Ritz crackers, but better in my opinion. Here's our first meal, which was a chicken dish with mashed potatoes, peas, a bread roll, some sort of dessert, cheese and butter, and some side dish that neither of us ate. And we actually got the last 2 chicken meals, so we apologize to the other passengers. Our bad, y'all. And here's a first for me, metal cutlery in economy class. That's usually a thing you see in premium economy. So props to Lufthansa. Let's explore the in-flight entertainment system. There are plenty of movies, games, podcasts, and more to choose from. The system itself is pretty dated, and there's a bit of a lag when you try to scroll through and select something. Since this was a daytime flight, make sure you have your window shade closed because there will be a glare on your screen. But y'all know me, I love the flight map. There was Wi-Fi available for purchase as well, but I'm unable to comment on its efficiency because I did not purchase the Wi-Fi. Here's the bathroom on the plane. For some reason, it felt bigger than your standard aircraft bathroom. Me and Carisha both felt this way. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. 90 minutes before landing, they gave us our second meal, which was a pizza snack of some sort. It was quite tasty. And as soon as they took that away, they gave us some hot towels or a moist towelette, whatever you want to call it. It was definitely refreshing after being on a plane for 9 hours. And then, right before we landed, they gave us some chocolates as a farewell gift. Lufthansa is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Gerne können Sie sich auch dazu einen Film, Onboard Collection, in der Rubrik Lufthansa Worlds About Lufthansa im Entertainment-System anschauen. Wir danken für Ihr Interesse und Ihre Unterstützung. Dear guests, we are coming closer towards St. Louis. The remaining flight time approximately 40 minutes, and at this time we would like to draw your attention to our organization, Help Alliance. Help Alliance is a relief organization that was set up by Lufthansa staff and supports projects for children and young people across the world. For those of you who would like to learn more about Help Alliance, there is a movie called Onboard Collection in the Lufthansa World about Lufthansa category in your entertainment program. Thank you for your interest and your support.
As we're coming into land into St. Louis, I wanted to give my final thoughts on this flight. This is one of the best flights I've had in economy in a very long time. The food was great and the service was superb. The seat was very comfortable as well. This flight is a game changer for us. I go to Europe a lot and I always have to connect in Chicago to get to my final destination and vice versa, which is honestly a pain. The fact that there's a flight to continental Europe from St. Louis now, non-stop, is so convenient. This flight was 100% full as well, which I think is a good sign in my opinion because they may increase the frequency to daily versus 3 times a week. And who knows, maybe other airlines may see the data and start flights to and from St. Louis in the future.
Dear guests, welcome to St. Louis. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we've reached our final parking position and the fasten seatbelt signs have been turned off. On behalf of Lufthansa and the entire crew, we would like to say goodbye to you now. We thank you for having chosen Lufthansa Star Alliance today for your journey, and we look forward to welcoming you soon.
Thank you. You guys were so good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.